Apple has made a surprising move in the lead-up to the launch of the iPhone 17, after earlier reports claimed that Chinese display maker BO would be excluded from the supply chain due to quality issues. It now turns out that Apple has reversed its decision. According to a new insider report, Apple has given BO the green light to produce display panels for the iPhone 17, at least for the Chinese market. This decision is a big twist, especially considering that just a few days ago, BO was expected to miss out completely. The reason: it had reportedly failed to meet Apple's high standards for the iPhone 17's displays. All models in the iPhone 17 lineup are set to come with 120Hz LTPO OLED panels, also known as promotion displays. This is the same display technology Apple uses in its Pro models, offering smoother animations and better battery efficiency. BO has had a complicated history with Apple. While it has produced panels for Apple in the past, including some for the iPhone 160 earlier this year, it has repeatedly struggled to match the consistency and quality of Korean giants Samsung and LG. That's why many were not surprised when it was reported that BO would be left out of the iPhone 17 plans. But now, with Apple giving BO a chance, albeit only for the Chinese market, it raises some important questions. Is BO finally meeting Apple's strict display standards? Or is this a temporary decision due to time constraints in the production process? One possibility is that BO recently passed Apple's quality checks, but didn't do so in time to supply displays for all regions. In that case, Apple might be using BO in China simply because it's quicker and more efficient logistically. Another possibility is that Apple is still testing the waters with BO. By limiting BOE's displays to Chinese units only, Apple can closely monitor their performance and customer feedback. If all goes well, BO could play a much larger role in future iPhone production. However, some people are concerned about this move. If BO's panels aren't as good as those from Samsung or LG, then Chinese consumers might be getting a slightly inferior version of the iPhone 17. That's a tough pill to swallow for one of Apple's most important markets, especially considering the recent surge in Apple's popularity in China. That said, it's unlikely that Apple would risk delivering a lower quality product in a key region like China. More likely, BO barely made the cut, and Apple decided to go ahead with them for a limited run. This helps Apple save money on production, while also keeping BO in the loop for future collaboration. Let's not forget one of the biggest reasons why Apple wants BO to succeed: cost. Samsung and LG make top-tier displays, but they don't come cheap. Apple has been working for years to reduce its reliance on these Korean suppliers. If BO can eventually match their quality while keeping costs low, Apple could significantly cut down on manufacturing expenses. This change also has major implications for Samsung and LG. Losing even a portion of Apple's orders is a big blow, especially when it comes to one of the most popular smartphones in the world. As BO continues to improve, Samsung and LG might need to step up their game to stay in the race. In recent years, BO has been making rapid advancements in display technology. They've invested heavily in improving quality, increasing production capacity, and meeting international standards. If they can keep this momentum, Apple might one day rely mostly or even entirely on BO for iPhone displays. For now, though, Apple seems to be playing it safe. BOE's panels will be limited to Chinese iPhone 17 units, while customers in other regions will get displays made by Samsung and LG. That's a smart way for Apple to test BOE's capabilities without risking global backlash if something goes wrong. This story also highlights how competitive the display industry has become. A single decision from Apple can shift billions of dollars in revenue and change the future of multiple companies. BO may have just gotten its foot back in the door, but whether it can keep it there remains to be seen. In the end, this move is all about balancing quality, cost, timing, and regional demands. If BO performs well, it could mark the beginning of a much bigger role in future iPhone generations. If not, it may be back to square one. What's clear is that Apple is keeping its options open, And for BOE, this is a golden opportunity to prove itself.